Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Renee. How are you?
I am doing great. It is an exciting day. We are here to help some seniors. Thank you for allowing me to be on here with you, Alicia, today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Welcome, seniors. Welcome, senior communities,
Hi,
senior
guys.
leaders, senior managers. Thank you for attending or Don't Navigate Medicare Alone, ANOC and you. It's our pleasure to have you here today. Allow me to introduce Monet Swan, President and CEO of Secure65 Health Plans and Collaborative Expansion Foundation. Monet has been helping senior communities for over 26 years,
Whew.
protecting them, guiding them, being their committed senior advocate. Monet has been a light, a beacon, literally, a beacon of light, better say, to so many seniors, so many people of all ages. So, welcome, Monet, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Alicia Alcano. Hello, everyone. I've just got to tell you just a little bit about this person because she is my co pilot on the collaborative expansion side. She is the co pilot with Secure 65 and with BIVX Wealth and Insurance Solutions. And let me tell you why. To pick somebody for that role is very, very important to me. First of all, you've got to be a lovely person. Okay. I mean, you got to be nice. You got to care about others. Number two, excellent leadership. Important when you're dealing with seniors and business. And number three, what I just really love the most is that she has a genuine love and care for seniors. And so to have those three attributes means that she is perfect for this role and the cornerstone of what Collaborative Expansion Foundation stands for. And so before we jump into it, Alicia, I just got this hot off the press and I want to read this because I want you guys to understand why it's important today to come and be a part of what we're doing. What do you think it's about? Right? Before we jump into ANOC, fraud. Fraud, fraud, fraud.
Oh,
You got to
boy.
know who you're dealing with. You got to know
Yes.
why you're dealing with us. You need to know who we are, just like we need to know who you are. So, this was just released. So, I'm going to read it. Healthcare fraud in the US is an enormous, expensive problem, costing up to 300 billion, not million, billion, according to the National Healthcare Anti Fraud Association. Additionally, the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center reported that in 2023, almost half of the victims of call center schemes were over the age of 60. That's our age, okay? These scams targeted older adults who accounted for 40% of complaints and 58% of losses, so over half of it, or nearly $770 million. Older adults lost more than money during these scams than all of the other ages combined. And so what they're saying this year, which is why we're getting out ahead of it and talking to you specifically, is because it says there are imposters pretending to be part of health plans as an employee. There are individuals that are fishing for your information. There are people that are sending medical equipment to you just so that they can get your information and bill you. So, what is CMS saying? Center for Medicare and Medi-Cal Services? Don't accept offers of money or gifts for free medical care. Okay,
Mm.
somebody says, "Oh, I'm going to give you this if you sign up." No, don't allow anyone except your doctor or other Medicare provider to review your medical records or recommended services. And never, this is from CMS, never join a Medicare health or drug plan over the phone unless you initiated the call to Medicare. These are some pretty crazy things because over the last few years, since I've been in the business, we have been making phone calls. But the reason why I want you to understand what collaborative expansion stands for and what Secure 65 Health Plan stand for is trust, that you're getting honest information, that it's transparent, that you understand, and that you don't go forward without talking to a person you have met in person, which is what we do nationwide, which you come to our events, you call us. We have no problem working with anyone to make sure that you're safe. But this year, it's all about safety, communication, getting the right coverages when you want it, when you're in a very disruptive environment. And that's what this year is about. This year's got a lot of changes coming down the pipeline, guys. And that's why we created ANOC and you. And let me just add on collaborative expansion and Secure 65 health plans, because that's why we're here, is to make sure you get the protection, the information to make informed decisions. Right, Alicia?
Absolutely. So, as Monette said, we are here to protect you, to inform you, and let's jump into this amazing presentation so you know exactly how it's going to affect you and what you can do about it. And without delays, let me bring you 1 second. Almost
So let
there.
me just tell you while she's doing that, the ANOC, oh, you guys read this disclaimer real fast, because this is for informational purposes only. You need to call one of us or your agent based on your own personal information. Okay? Thanks, Alicia.
All right. So, welcome, welcome, welcome to this amazing webinar about Don't Navigate Medicare Alone, ANOC and you. For those who are not familiar with the ANOC acronym, it stands for Annual Notice of Change. It's a document that you receive in the month of September. Just a little introduction is a document that lists all the changes in your Medicare plan for the upcoming year, which in this case is 2025. So it's extremely important that you know exactly what it stands for. And we do this because we really love our seniors. And that's what we are creating a trust tour to make sure that you are well informed, know exactly what's coming down the pipe, and reach out to us for clarification, concerns, enrollments, you name it.
Let me just step in there before you change. It's important that you guys understand there is a difference between an Medicare agent and a Medicare professional. Why do I say that? Because a Medicare agent is transactional, right? They finish doing your business and they're out. They're on to somebody else. We want a relationship that's ongoing. We want you to call us for the many different services that we provide. So if you see on this first slide, we have exercise, love and bereavement, relationships, meditation, beauty, health, financial planning, diet, fitness and wellness, and cognitive support, even caregiver support. It's not on there, but the idea is we're in 44 states across the country. And if we're not in yours, call us and we'll get you in there. But the idea is more specifically, this is personalized type of relationship. This is not just for a day. This is not just for a transaction. You are in your golden years, and I'm right there with you. So I'm very passionate about you being taken care of. We want you to be able to understand that this is something we are passionate about. You're in your golden years. It should not be tarnished because you don't know about your health care. So we came together on the ANOC. This is a very short introduction, not only just to ANOC, but to Secure 65 health plans, because your life should be based around a holistic plan. And the only way you can do that is to make sure every part of the plan is in place. Alicia?
So we'll be showing you a sample of what a ANOC looks like, the annual notice of change. Keep in mind, it was 10 pages, so we highlighted just the first five, so for timing purposes. But the entire complete version of this ANOC is available in the webinar description and social media. It's going to be in YouTube as well as Facebook, among other PDF files that we believe are extremely important for you to have.
I think we have probably about 9 or 10 different things in there. So you guys will
Yes.
be able to go back after this is over and go through all of the different things that are coming down the pipeline. Give us a call. As you can see, rotating down on the bottom is the ticker 833 300 4968 or info at secure BIVX65healthplans.com. Send us an email and we will be on it, doggone it, because it's very close to our hearts and our age. So there you go. I'm one of you as well. I'm a baby boomer. So what you're looking at right now is called ANOC, an annual notice of change. Want to just show you what the first 5 pages are because it can be up to 33 pages. But the idea is, let's face it, we got stuff to do and we got fun stuff we want to do. So let's figure out how do we get to the good stuff. And when I say the good stuff, how do we get to the stuff that is applicable to us? We're going to show you how to do that. So on the very first page, you're going to have onto the top left the company name. On the right is going to be the address. Now they're going to not going to say your name, but they're going to say dear member. Okay. What they want to do is tell you what this letter, which is really a document of what changes are going to take place. Now, this is an old ANOC. The new one has not come out, and that's why it has sample, but they don't change very much, right? The information is always going to be the same. So on this first page, they'll tell you what changes in coverage you need to expect in part one. Number two, they're going to say we're including a copy of next year's evidence of coverage. What these documents include are what you currently have and what the changes are so that you can make an informed decision as to what you should expect or if you want to stay in or get out. Next page. This is the letter part of it. Okay. Now we're going to go into the actual document. The last page of the letter is just going to tell you how you get in contact with them, right? What the telephone number is and how often they're there. Same thing with this. We want to make sure that you can reach us as far as the carrier is concerned. Now, remember, this is for Medicare Advantage and Plan D plans. These are what the ANOC is referring to. So, if you have a Medicare Advantage plan or Plan D, which is prescription drugs, this is why you're getting an ANOC. Next slide, please. Okay. This slide is going to tell you if you want to remain enrolled. These are the first 5 pages, you guys. Okay. It's not the whole document. If you want to enroll, what the changes are. Then
Yes.
it's going to say, well, what if you don't want to? Well, this is how you can decide to change it. Now, we're always going to say, if you look at something and something doesn't look right, you need to call a professional, right? Somebody who's going to walk you through, talk about it, because this year, with the Inflation Reduction Act, we're going from 3,300 to 2,000, which means somebody's got to pick up that other side, and we don't really know where it's going to come yet.
Yeah.
But that's okay because you're not going to walk through this journey alone. You got professionals in all 44 states that want to make sure you are being taken care of. Next slide. This is the slide I love most, right? Because now here's the table of contents. What's really going on? Where do I need to go? So section 1 is going to talk about the important things you need to know. Section 2, changes to your monthly premium. So the premium changes is going to affect you whether you stay or you don't stay. But you've got to decide, how are these going to impact you? Can you afford it? Do you
Mhm.
need to find
Yes.
something that's less expensive? Or is it going to stay the same when it comes to your premiums? Second part is going to talk about your drug changes and what's in your best interest. So we talk about formularies and tiers. Formularies and tiers. Why are those important? Because that's how the insurance carrier decides what prescriptions they are going to cover for you. They
Yep.
also decide where they fall in the 5 tier structure. So we all know there's generic and then there's all, different variations of it. And I don't want to go through all that because that's going to take us away from ANOC. But most importantly, understand that this document is going to talk about the drug changes, benefit modifications, right? There's a little different language used in insurance than it is when we just talk. We just say changes, but they're going to use words like benefit modifications, provider network updates, plan rules, and action steps. So when you go to the table of contents, depending on the drugs you have, it's going to tell you exactly where to go and what's going to be there. But you still need somebody to help you interpret it, right?
Mhm.
Medicare agents and Medicare professionals have to be licensed and in compliance to be able to offer you all of the carriers'
Yes.
drug plans or Medicare plans. So it's important that you don't just go over it quickly. Look at it and see if you understand what you had, what may be there or may not be there next year. Next slide. So, when we talk about what is this all about, and Monet, why is this so important? You only have a very short window to make these changes, right? Got 3 months. If you push this thing to the side and you say, it's not that important. You know what, Monet? I'll look at it in January. Isn't that when it takes effect? Oh, you're right. But you can't make changes in January. You got to
Right.
do it now. October, November, December. Those are the months you need to write down. Look at it now. Call people now so that we can help you review it. Now, it doesn't come out to September, but what I'm
Nope.
going to tell you what we're doing as a nonprofit. We have created a tour called Love and Trust. And what we want you to do is reach out to us, whether you're in a large community, a small community, or by yourself, and say, I'd like to get to know you. Before I have you handle my business, I'd like to know who you are. I'd like for you to come to our community and talk to us all. We'd like to know a little bit about you. We'd like to know what your experience is. So, to give you an example, if it was me, I would come and say, I've been in the legal world, I've been in the nonprofit world, I've been working with domestic violence. I have so much experience, 26 in the C suites in major industries, that there isn't anything that I haven't had some experience with. So we can talk about everything. And if you want to talk about holistic medicine or you want to talk about meditation, which is now becoming very important, and a lot of carriers are looking into that, as well as mental health, we need to sit down and talk about that, right? You can't get that done with a Medicare agent who works at a call center. Why? Because they're on the clock. They got to keep it rolling, keep it rolling. You ask them when they call you, well, what do you think about this plan? If they work for that carrier, well, that's the best plan since sliced bread, right? It seems like it should have more variation, but that's why we have independent agents and our brokerage supports most of the carriers. I'm not going to say 100%, but whatever carrier you have, all you have to do is call us. We'll talk about it. We'll compare it with you so that you know exactly what you're going. The second tile here is a retirement worth living. So let me ask you this, you guys. When it comes to life, what's important to you? Is it just money? Because in my estimation, money and health are like this. To have a lot of money and bad health, well, you can't do a lot with that. But if we can take off some of these things off of your plate that keep you up at night, you can sleep better, you can live better. You're not worried about money. All you want to do is put all of your time in to living out your best golden years. And so how do you do that? You work with other professionals that do that for a living, that care and provide dignity. The last one on here that we do that I'm very proud of are our roles. Honest and transparent communication. As an advocate, we look at your rights. How do we make sure you're protected? What is it that you need? You need somebody who's going to be honest and with integrity helps you navigate this ANOC. Look at this language you may not be familiar with. Show you how you can go from one plan to another if you need be, how
Yeah.
you can change things, why you should change things. But we're very transparent with it. If there's something that we don't have or we don't know, we'll tell you. If it's something that's not being shown to you, we're going to tell you because we would want to be treated like that as well. The effective communication that must transpire between now and the end of the year is of paramount importance. You have
Yes.
to know what's going on and you have to be able to trust the people that you're dealing with. So in September, we start our reassurance tour. And what does that mean? That means we're going to sit down and talk to groups as well as individuals about their ANOC. Why are we doing that? Because we want to reassure you that we know what we're talking about. We want to reassure you now that we've gained your trust. Oh, we are just getting started. We have so many things that we do in our roles, not only in honesty and being transparent and having great communication, but let's have some fun, doggone it. We're in the last part of our years. It should be a blast. So when we come to you, we have activities, we do pickleball, we have all kinds of uh, different activities that you can get into. You can do bingo, you can do family feud, you can do gardening. We do culinary art. We make it so there is nothing that's left out of you enjoying your golden years to the fullest. We start with ANOC because that's where we build on top of it. Relationships, mental health, cognitive health. We have all of these different classes on our mobile app, as well as you can go to our YouTube and see a plethora of different things on there. Meditations that you can just click in and listen to. Why? Because this is a holistic life. This life, if you're putting more time into Medicare, something's wrong. You should be able to figure out what it is with us. We should be able to give you direction. We are not going to make the decision for you. We do not do any hard sales. We are senior advocates. We are in a great relationship with BIVX Wealth and Insurance Solutions. Why? Because some of our senior advocates are also Medicare professionals. But you can't be a medical professional without being part of collaborative expansion. So you're always going to be in good hands. We're always going to be looking at everything that you're wanting to do and achieve, and we're going to explain it to you every step of the way. If you need to be, your hand needs to be held, we're going to do that. If you need for us to help you read through the paragraphs, we're going to do that. If you want for us to come and talk to your community, terrific. If you want your community to come and join our community, even better. Even better. Why? Because we are relationship driven. Wouldn't you say, Alicia?
200%. And I love about the passion that she brings to our seniors
I
because,
am one.
yes, she is one. Believe it or not. Doesn't she look gorgeous?
Oh, I love you.
And on that note, let me bring you to the next one. Now, would you say, well, health is wealth? How is that possible? Because we bring you peace of mind, we bring you trust, we bring you professionalism. And it's important for us to bring you the essentials of everything that encompass for your protection. So, would you say, why did you start it with ANOC? Because ANOC emphasizes the premiums that are increasing, the changes that are coming for your drug plans. And our senior advocates are very involved in making sure that you understand everything. So they go and emphasize everything that in your plan is going to change for the following year. We don't just tell you, read it. In other words, we sit down with you, we go through the different changes. So you know exactly how is that going to affect your plan, your doctor's visits, your hospitals, and your drug prescriptions. Many of those things change from one year to the next one. So our seniors advocate make sure that they disseminate and they simplify so you're able to understand them little by little and make you the right decisions for your plan. And that's what the senior advocates bring value to you
It's
because
all
they bring you,
free.
yes, they bring you knowledge and they care because you deserve it. We want to make sure that your golden years are golden. Please keep something in mind. Our services are free of charge. So that tells you who we are.
And as a nonprofit, we're supportive. And you know what? That's priceless to know that you've got people that are going to stand by your side. Because I'm telling you, when we say it's going to be disruptive, some of us have called it the wild, wild west because some of these changes that are coming down the pipeline, you don't want to be going into it with a stranger. You really don't.
Yes.
So let's talk about it. Okay, we're back on the ANOC.
Mhm.
Prescription drugs. I want everybody to understand tiers and formularies and why it's so important that some of your prescriptions may fall off of the formulary or may change tiers. And how does that affect you? Well, you might not be able to get a generic, or something that may have only cost you a few dollars, maybe a few $100. That's the reason why you've got to understand how ANOC works. By law, ANOC has to come out to September to let you know. Comes out about 30 days before the open enrollment period. So when that document comes in the mail from your carrier, please don't push it to the side. Open it,
Yeah.
look at it. And if you still have no idea, call us and we will get on a Zoom. We can do it over the phone, we can do it in person. Our calls with you are private and confidential. And when you're deciding that you want to enroll, then you will talk with a financial Medicare professional that will record your call to protect you. We want
Yes.
to know everything that you do, we are 100% in compliance. We're the side to make sure that everything you want, you get. The next thing that's on that ANOC that we talked about are doctors and hospitals in network and out of network and what you should know.
Mhm.
When those changes occur, it can adversely affect you if you don't have a financial professional or Medicare professional showing you your options. Okay, so it's important when it comes to look at that. Look and see if your doctors are still in network or out of network. What you might need to do to get with them wherever network they're in. Super important. And the carrier plans. So the supplemental and Medicare Advantage plans must state in a language that you can understand what
Mhm.
their plans entail. And that's why it's super important to go over this ANOC. And it's not something that we can go on and on and on about. It's something that's a personal relationship we'll have with you based on what you got, what you may need, what you might not need anymore, how to make it affordable and still giving you access to the best health insurance possible.
Now, would you say, what do we offer? Is this a party? Where am I looking at? Well, Secure 65 Health Plans and Collaborative Expansion Foundation offers you a very tailored and very specific way of serving you. We do it in person, we do it on the cell phone, and we do it as well in Zoom. It's all based on your preferences. So some seniors have mobility issues. So it's more convenient for us to come and meet them in person. Or if you prefer, we can do it via Zoom. We make it in three different ways so you feel comfortable. There are some that they have a special conditions and they say, well, I like my privacy. Can we do it over the phone only? We can do whatever you decide is easier for you. Now, when it comes to our community supports and events, oh, we make them full of fun and information. We coordinate our visits with your event coordinator or your location manager. We distribute invitations in advance so you know exactly when we're hosting the event in the time. We also make it fun with games, as Monet mentioned it before. We can do Family Feud, we can do bingo. There are tons of things. Wheel of Fortune is another one that we do. And the winners, listen to this, the winners receive prizes. Prizes that make it fun for you. Also, as senior advocates, we offer Medicare education, which is credible, and critical these days. Remember last year, there were a lot of misconceptions, a lot of scams going on. So you want to be prepared and be well educated to protect yourself. Through Secure 65 Health Plan, you get all that. You can go to YouTube at secure65healthplans.com and you will find over 200 videos. And Monet mentioned that there's some on beauty, some on healing food, some on exercises, meditation, Medicare, all the changes that are coming. We post twice a week so you can see what is trending, what you should know, and how you prepare for your Medicare enrollment without any stress and without any sales pressure.
And I really like that picture in the middle because for some reason they think after 60 we die. We don't die. We
No.
thrive, baby. We thrive. And I want people to understand this is a community you should want to be a part of. You get all of these freebies and people that love you and care for you, and it's real. It's not something that people say. I'm hearing these buzzwords. You need to be with people that are real about what they're offering, and that's what we do at Secure 65 Health Plans.
Yes, we do.
So, now, first of all, I want to say thank you for joining us because we care and we want to help as many people as we can. And if you don't feel like we're the one for you, that's fine. There's a lot of people out there, but find the right ones because that's what's important. I want you to understand that when it comes to what we offer as far as empowerment, we do it through education. That's important. Holistic support, community engagement. Why? Because it takes a tribe to keep us all going. There's more commonality out there right now than division. So, what do? We
Mhm.
bring you in, we talk to you, we help you. There's a lot of seniors that are very lonely right now and would love to have somebody to talk to. We're there for you. We understand. When I think about trying to figure out Medicare for myself, it's frustrating, and I'm a professional. I don't sometimes know what things are. I got to look them up. We're on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok for the first year, you guys. For the first year. We've only been on since January. We've got over 2,000 views and 30,000 views. We want to get to 100,000. Why? Just because we're baby boomers doesn't mean that we can't be part of the digital landscape. It's important for us to connect. We've got some great sponsorships, some fantastic partners that have things on longevity, talking about
Mhm.
mental cognition, things that you might want to talk about. Knee replacement, hip replacement, all of that free of charge. Harvard Medical School advice, everything that you need in one place. I don't know, maybe senior Amazon. I don't know, Alicia. But I want you to understand Medicare is just one aspect. If you're looking for life insurance or you're looking for other supplemental insurances, we cannot talk to you about both of those at the same time. So please, for compliance, we have to let you know that. But we are great in the wealth transfer space. We are great in a lot of different things. Those would have to be different calls. So we could talk about where we're going, but you got to do that scope of appointment if we're coming in on Medicare. If you want to talk about the other things that we offer, dental, vision, health, all that, we set up a separate call for that. But the most important thing is to know that you are not alone here at Secure 65 Health Plans. Please tell your friends. Please tell your communities. Please let us come in, introduce ourselves properly so that you know who we are. And we've got some wonderful, great little giveaways so that you can be proud and wear your Secure 65 merchandise. Hey, Net, play it. I love that. I like feeling like part of a community. Don't you, Alicia?
Absolutely.
We should have worn our own gear today. Doggone it. I didn't think about that.
We want to thank you for being here today. Our senior advocates are always looking out in your best interest. There's no stress, no pressure with us. We just want to make sure that you are well served, that you're well informed, and that we're here for you.
And we simplify the process. So at Collaborative Expansion Foundation, our commitment to seniors goes far beyond annual enrollment period. We are dedicated to supporting you every day, driven by a profound love, kindness, and respect for who you are and for what you deserve. We are here for you, not just as a resource for AEP, but as a constant support system and team that provides a vibrant community with enriching experiences. Our mission is to enhance your life with love, care, ensuring you have the best tools and resources available. By joining our community, you'll gain access to wealth of content and support through our YouTube channel, Spotify, Patreon, and our iHeartRadio podcast. So amazing stuff on there. You can enjoy cool hats and totes and shirts like you got a chance to see. We do things on diet and exercise for those above 60.
Mhm.
And our sponsors have great deals on mental health, combating loneliness, holistic medicine, and so much more. And they're exclusive to those members in our community. We also host special events focused on fun and fulfilling activities like gardening, cooking, hustles that are fun and profitable. So I want you guys to sign up today at Secure 65 Health Plans and become a part of our loving community for people that really care about you deeply. We do monthly giveaways, so don't miss out on that opportunity to benefit from all that we have to offer. Join us today and experience the love and support of the Collaborative Expansion Foundation community. So, for Monet Swan, stay happy, stay golden, and thrive with Secure 65. Alicia?
Thank you for attending, and it was our pleasure bringing you this information to you. We'll be seeing you very soon. Bye for now.
Bye.